Okay, this is a response to a couple people have asked me more about the power hammer. How I built up the weight on the head to 50 pounds. You can see right here the welds. There's 3 1-inch thick plates I stacked up, and then they're about 5 inches long. They're about 5-6 inches long. And then, I welded my bottom die because I only use one set of dies. It made more sense just to weld it as opposed to machine something. And then on the top here is 3/8 plate I built the box out of. And you can, let me see if I can get a light. Anyway, it's hollow all the way down, and that's where you can bolt the springs to. And these are 1,200 pound trailer springs. They're about, I think, 2 inches wide, if I remember right. And then instead of keeping the plastic bushings that it came with, I pressed in a set of bronze, oil-light bronze bushings. 1/2 inch clevis. This block here that connects it is 1 inch by the width of the springs by 3 inches this way, and this is 2 inches apart, and these are 4.5 if I remember right. I'd probably, if I were to redo it, go with at least 5 inch, because as this moves with your tire, it ends up moving this and binds it a little bit in there, so I actually lose a little bit of power with the head binding a little bit, but that's why I would make these longer. This is just a 1 inch all thread with 2 jam nuts. This is just through drilled, so this is not threaded. It's just got the 2 jam nuts. Works out pretty good. Just put a socket on the bottom, loosen it up, and you can adjust the height. I typically forge with it at this height. It hits my 2 inch wide billets pretty good on edge and all the way down to 1/4 inch thick. So yeah, I typically don't need to adjust it too much unless I'm doing a double wide billet or whatever, so it's extra thick. That's when I do it. Like I said in a previous video, I wouldn't do this setup anymore. As you can see, all the nasty welds, I've had to re-weld this several hundred times. I'm going to remount a regular trailer tire on here and an axle and make it a lot better than that. What happens is the wheel here pushes that way and it ends up breaking it quite a bit. Other than that, that's the only welds that I've ever broken, even with my little extension here from last time I upgraded the hammer. The anvil, this is just a railroad car axle. Went down to Alaska Railroad and they looked at me funny, but they sold it to me for 250 bucks, which is pretty cheap. Solid 4140 dies with a slight taper on this side for doing knives. This is a 1 inch hardy hole. I can put different tools in. So that's the power hammer.